Welcome to Hops News, the trusted source in beer culture news. Here's your host, Jay Brew, with special guests, the Hoppy Mommy, Lucky, and Mash.
It's all my fans.
Hey, welcome. Man, there's always something interesting going on when we start our episodes. It's not so much technical as it is family pet time in our my little studio area here. So thank you for joining us. We've got another great episode with a great nonprofit that we're going to hear a little bit more about here in just a few minutes. Do us a big favor, though, before we get to that. Like us, share us, retweet us,
Love us.
Subscribe to us. Give us some love. The more love you give, the more Basic Mash gets. So let's see how.
Honestly, like, subscribe, and share is a pumpkin spice. And a pumpkin spice a day keeps the depression away.
Let's see how basic we can get Mash tonight. Yeah, thank you for joining us. We've got another great episode lined up for you here. But before we get to our guest, let's go check in with Basic Mash there in Mountain Home, Idaho. Mash, how's things going in Idaho?
Hey, guys. Life's great. Life is great. I'm drinking a Salty Wind Goza from our guest tonight, Crystal Coast. It is a raspberry lemonade coming at 4.4%. This is delicious. You got lemonade in the name. I'm there. So I'm saving the pumpkin beers for when we do Hops Geek after this. And Halloween weekend. So if your name is Jay, don't go camping in the woods, because that's how every Friday the 13th movie starts out with. If you are trick-or-treating and you see a guy in a knockoff William Shatner mask that's a little bleached, he's not your friend. He's probably going to brutally murder you. And if you go to sleep and things are weird in your dreams, it's probably Freddy Krueger. So just be mindful.
Probably.
Check your candy, I guess, as well. Is that still a thing? Do we check candies? Because nobody ever gave me drugs as a kid.
Yeah, I think we're still Well, I think you look at the candy, right? I don't think it was as bad as when I was a kid. They used to have hospitals you could take it to and get it x-rayed, right? Does anybody else remember that? I mean, that was
nowadays. I mean, you got to hand out some candy, a little brownie with a little something. You know? Yeah, man. It's your favorite time of the year. It's got to be. I'm sure you're going out big this weekend, right? You probably got a whole weekend of Halloween events planned, huh? Oh man, it's going to be horror movie marathon. It's going to be beers. It's going to be wine. It's going to be stealing my kids' candy, as is tradition. Unless it's like the candy I don't like, then they can eat it. But yeah, I can't wait. This is my favorite time of year. If you haven't been able to tell this is when I'm truly living.
So in the MASH household, what is the dad tax? What's the rate?
Oh, it's
That's
like
what we call it.
3 Reese's for every one that they get. So I'll go a little easy on them, but it's 3 Reese's per kid to every 1 Reese's that they get. Because there's only one candy that I absolutely love, and it's the Reese's Pumpkins.
Damn.
Shocker.
So you take 3 to 1.
Look, times is tough out there. I work hard for the money, and I don't. Why go out there and spend my own?
They should be used to the Biden tax plan by the time we get to him.
Listen, I'm going to teach him young, and I'm going to teach him early. Taxes. It's a way of life. I don't want to pay him, but everybody does.
It's like, man, if you want to have 1 Reese's cup, you better get 4 of them.
Come back with 4, and what am I only getting 1 for? You'll see.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I know you're jacked about this weekend, so that's pretty cool. Let's go check in with Hoppy down there in Orlando. Hoppy, big weekend for you guys. You got some young kids still, so
yeah, we definitely go big on Halloween. Not as big as normal thanks to COVID, but we also implement the candy tax. I implement the tax on anything that the children have that I want. I'm like, I'm taking my tax. You live here rent free. That's how it works.
Yeah.
No, my mom's coming over. We're all dressing as pirates. I think some people in the neighborhood are still doing trick-or-treating, so everybody's putting tables out at the end of the driveway and putting prepared candy, and we'll have Jack Skellington playing on the projector on the driveway. So it'll be fun. And tomorrow, Castle Church Brewing is releasing a pumpkin porter, which I'm very excited about. Well, Bowman Hill's connected to them. So we're going to get there early tomorrow with the kids. It's like bring your own pumpkin, carve your own pumpkin thing. So we're going to go there early with the kids and get dressed up and do that fun stuff to kick off the weekend. And then my oldest, the teenager's leaving us to go watch horror movies with her friends.
nice.
So, but it'll be fun. And then Sunday we're going back to Epcot because it's food and wine.
Yeah, and you're right down the road.
Quick,
So.
can you please talk to my wife about getting a projector? Because I've been trying to push the projector, and I got a fire pit. Then I'm like, we can set the fire pit up, and we can put the projector on and watch movies. She's not sold, so I'm gonna need you to do some convincing on my behalf.
Well, that's why we did it. And honestly, my husband bought it when our dog passed away 2 years ago. It was the same week as Amazon Prime, and my husband did some grief shopping. So that's when we got ours. So.
All right. Well, I got 3 chickens and 2 dogs, so I guess a chicken can go.
Well, now you got dinner too. I'll send you some fun pictures of Jack projected on our garage, assuming it doesn't rain, because you never know. So
True, it is Florida.
And there's a tropical storm out there somewhere, but I think we're avoiding it again. We've done amazing this year, unfortunately for everybody else. And I am drinking our guest's beer as well. This is an amazingly good blonde lager. Anybody who's watched the show knows I'm not a huge lager fan, but this is really good. It has other flavor in it that's not just your basic lager. So I'm really enjoying this. And I already downed this one while we were waiting because Oktoberfest beers and fest beers just go down so fast. But that's what I'm drinking.
Awesome. Let's go check in with Lucky up there in Milwaukee. Lucky, you're in the dark, man. You're getting working out on Halloween a little bit soon, huh?
Are you in your emo phase?
I've got super terrible lighting in my apartment when the sun's not out, so I apologize in advance. But things are good up here. I am still at the age where girls just dress slutty and we get drunk. So that'll be my plans for this weekend. And I'm looking forward to it. That's a good Halloween for me.
So this might be an easy getting lucky for Lucky weekend.
Oh, jeez.
Is this why his lights are so dim?
Yep. They're already up there.
He does have kind of that meatloaf vibe to him tonight too. So
What?
I was thinking more like 2005
Meatloaf.
Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance.
yeah.
Christ,
Man.
I don't know. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. So.
If you're a lady in Milwaukee, be prepared this weekend because you're about to get slayed by Lucky.
Whoa! It's so violent. Oh, this is a
My
children's
goodness,
show.
I don't know about slaying. I guess if it's Halloween, that's fitting. That was a good pun.
You don't know the song, I would do anything for love.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, that's Meatloaf.
man.
And we told you to watch
Meatloaf
Rocky
is a
Horror
person?
Picture Show.
He was also in Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. Have you watched that movie?
Oh,
Oh my
But we
God.
told him to watch Rocky Horror Picture Show. Meatloaf's in that.
okay. That's still on my to-do list, so I'll get to
It's like
it.
that was
you
dinner
watch
that
it?
Mom made like 3 nights ago.
Lucky, what's going on with the boys up there? You guys, man, I've listened to a few of your episodes recently. I'm trying to get caught up on what you guys are doing, man. You guys are you're getting some players up there in the Milwaukee beer scene. I'm kind of enjoying
Hell
it.
yeah. We are killing it. It's actually, so tomorrow, Milwaukee's shut down again. I think we're still at 25% capacity, but now bars are just strictly seating. You're not allowed to like go to like clubs and stuff and whatever. So we're going to a party at JJ and Beef's apartment. So it'll be fun. But yeah, we had the Rambling Alcoholics on Tuesday's episode, which was, I mean, I think it's the funniest episode that we put out. We had Whiskey J, who is just hysterical. Their podcast is hysterical. So I thought it was really good. And then, yeah, we've got Mobcraft. We actually shot that on Monday. So that'll be coming out on Tuesday. I'm super excited for that too. But yeah, things are going like really well up here.
Awesome. Yeah, man, you guys have been pumping out some great content, as well as the Geeks crew. I'm up here. I will tell you, I first came across Crystal Coast Brewing this weekend at a market downtown. And if you've listened to one show, you're probably well aware that lagers were my thing this summer. Lagers and pilsners were definitely on the menu. Came across these guys, first time I had them was this summer, and man, they make a great lager, and it is one of those beers that you can. It's a 4.7% blonde lager, and it's I'll equate it to a great tailgating beer, a great lawnmower beer. You can pound the fuck out of them and still function and
beer.
yeah, and still function.
I've got mine on deck, so I'm excited to try it now. You guys are hyping it up.
Yeah, it's a great lager. Mash was fortunate enough to land a guest for us tonight. Let's check in with Matt. Matt, the director of legal and I believe compliance out there at Crystal Coast Brewing Company. Matt, appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. It's awesome.
So, first question we usually ask is when you started drinking beer, but I can tell it was just by looking at you, it was probably yesterday because you look a little young.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I'm 29, believe it or not. I'll be carded for a long time.
Yeah, you definitely will, man. So, actually, the first question I'm going to ask you is the director of legal and compliance. How did you land a job like that? I probably understand what it is that you do, but that's usually not a job that I would imagine a lot of breweries of your size handle. So I'm sure you do a lot more than just what that title says.
I do, yeah. So me and my parents, we own the brewery, and so I guess that title comes from the fact right before we opened it, I graduated law school and passed the bar, and this has been a really fun opportunity with my law degree. But yeah, definitely do a lot more. I like to say that me and my parents, we have the opportunity to, work together, and which is a rare thing. And I do get, like I said, get to use the law degree, but yeah, we do, full management of the place, and it's a lot of fun. I can't say one bad thing about it.
Damn, man, your parents have the brewery, you've got your law degree past the bar, and now you're the legal dog in the brewery. That's pretty impressive, man. And that's got to be.
I'm not jealous at all.
Yeah, that's got to be.
Hoppy like rolling tears. Hoppy's she's a bankruptcy lawyer, and she's like, my mom's a teacher. Sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you off.
Yeah.
Our sound is out on Facebook. I want people to hear you. All right, yeah, keep going then. Sorry.
Sure. And I guess we talked to my dad. I'd say he retired, but this is the next step and starting that business. And then, he had a lot of the business sense. I thought I could help with the legal stuff. We found the, that brewer, and his name is Billy, and he really got us to where we are today.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you off. What the
that
hell?
we were able to get everything started from that point, and kind of go, from where we started with just trying beer at Little Beach Mountain Brewing and starting our own thing. And like I said, it probably sounds worse that we took Billy, but he was he was great, and he got us to where we were.
That brewery actually saved my life. We were skiing one day, and I was like, if I keep going down this mountain, I'm going to break my wrist, and my ass is already bruised from all this ice. So I told my husband, you keep skiing, I'll be at the brewery. And I sat there and had beer until he was done. So it saved my wrist. And it's beautiful.
He was everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was everywhere.
Amazing breweries.
It's experience. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say a fair amount. I think we try to do a really wide variety of styles, especially we do seasonality with things like that. But definitely kind of with the vibe of where we're at on the coast and that kind of thing. We try to make all of our beers drinkable, meaning, we would rather somebody enjoy a couple of ours than, having one and being done, you know what I mean? And I think for us, yeah, one of our flagships is our Crystal Coast IPA. And what we've done with that is we created more of a kind of a West Coast feel with a more modern feel. It's a little bit of haze, and again, it's not light, but it's drinkable, if that makes sense. And it's got the tropical feel, not a lot of hop bite. And again, it kind of stems from where we're at, where we're located. A lot of people enjoy that style, but to be honest with you, we do a lot of dark beers, and I know we've sent along some of those goes and sours that we have, and that's something that's really taken off for us recently. Fruity Gozes, Berliner Weiss, anything like that. And again, I think it's kind of interesting. I think a lot of people, like when I was younger, they transitioned into craft beer, and I think a lot of people now are transitioning through that Goza and sour and fruit beers rather than going straight to a double hoppy IPA or something like that. But I think again, we try to do a wide variety. I mean, just for instance, in the next 6 to 8 weeks, we'll have everything from the blonde lager that you guys have there and our IPA to we're doing a coconut cream cake imperial milk stout, 10.1%. So we got a pretty wide span of stuff there. So
That's
yeah.
So you guys are, being kind of like a beach town area, does that kind of influence the kind of beers that you make? Because if you're on the beach all day, you're not going to drink anything kind of heavy. So the lighter type beers, is that more what influences, I guess, some of the beer that you make then?
Oh, no doubt. Yeah. That's a big thing. And I think, we do. I mean, if you look at people that take photos of our beer, a lot of times they're sitting on the beach and definitely they're crushing it there. But yeah, I think that definitely plays a big part. And, a lot of our can art and everything and kind of our feel is that coastal beach water, that kind of feel. It definitely does. But again, I think we do, as we've grown and expanded into new markets, we definitely want to, do you guys see it? That's actually the water, the lifeguard stand on our, on our beach. And
Nice.
but as we grow and expand, we definitely want to make sure that we are filling other spots and other styles. And so I think it's definitely been good for us. But as we move into these colder winter months, we definitely like to do the good stuff, maple porters, some Schwartz beers, things like that.
Oh,
too.
hold on. Maple porter. Hold on. I wasn't going to go visit North Carolina. My in-laws live in Raleigh, and I wasn't going to go visit, but I might just have to send my wife that way just to pick up a maple porter.
Yeah, that's coming out in like 3 weeks, and we keep it all the way through the winter, sometimes as long as we can. And it'll be in the bottle shop. So yeah, definitely grab one if you get a chance.
Oh, I'm going to hit up my sister-in-law since I know I'm going to be like, hey, come on, send it this way. I'll pay top dollar. It's exciting.
That's what you want for
This
Christmas.
lager is fantastic.
It is fantastic.
I was noticing the one thing I do got to say about the can arts, like you mentioned, is when I opened the box, like I thought I was at the beach again because the sunsets, all that stuff. Man, that's probably the most inviting, because I love can art and beers, but this was probably the most warming and inviting cans that I've had. I usually go for like the abstract stuff. However, like the beach, it reminded me of good times. That's for sure.
I accidentally packed it in my cooler to go to the beach one day, and then when I saw the name, I was like, oh, I have to save this. So I took a nice picture on the beach as a promo shot and put it back in.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that lager too. It's that one I know that one. Again, it's very crushable. It's a beach beer, but that one we try to add a little more flavor to it too. It's more than just a base lager. It's kind of got a little bit more citrus to it, and I guess that goes back to, like you said, it's a little more inviting, hopefully, with everything, and it's got a little more flavor to it. Yeah.
I almost got like lime or something, but it's not limey.
Yeah, it's that citrus aftertaste, and it's something that I think hopefully sets us apart from just a typical lager. I think again it kind of gives a little more feel to it, and kind of that beach vibe when you try it. So
yeah.
All right, you've convinced me. I was like, I'm really gonna sip on this beer, but you guys kept talking about the lager, so it's open. Fine.
Super good.
Nice. It is.
Yeah.
First impressions, Mash. You just opened it. What do you think about that one?
Oh, wow. That is really flavorful.
You should be like, oh, this isn't that good. That would have been funny.
What are you guys talking about? There's no flavor here. No, actually, yeah, that is probably one of the more flavorful. You're right. Most of the time, with a lager, you get that generic lagery taste, but this one, it almost tastes a little sweet on the back end to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's delicious. Damn.
Which I love.
I'm glad I saved this because this is really, really good. Damn. And 4.7%. Look, this is, again, you can crush these all day. I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those beers. It's one of those safe, like I call safe beers or approachable beers, right? You could give that beer to somebody that says all they drink is Michelob Ultra and know that you're going to walk away all right. They're not going to hate you. You're not going to offend them. They're not going to spit it out.
And they'll probably stop drinking Michelob Ultra, to be completely honest. This is like, this is so much better than that. Like,
you're right. Like, their beers so far, those gateway, like the gateway drug or whatever, somebody who like doesn't like craft beer a lot, this is what I would honestly probably give them to be like, hey, try this to kind of ease you into it.
Yeah.
It's that light beer with a little bit of flavor.
I don't think I've ever seen someone take a sip of beer and spit it out, though. That would be amazing. Like, what is this swill you gave me?
Foul trash.
Right.
Yeah,
be surprised.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah. You'd be surprised, especially on some of those bigger beers, some of those stouts and those sort of things.
Those are the best ones.
Not everybody swallows.
To us, yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been with a couple spitters.
Hoppy's favorite beers are like Hoppy's a 13%er. She crushes 13% for breakfast, and I wish I was kidding, because she literally does. Like, she'll wake up like, oh, this is 13%, no big deal, and we're over here nursing 3% beers. Like,
every morning.
It hurts. It's like 9 a.m. It hurts.
Yeah. So what's your Matt? How big is the brewery? How many barrels are you guys producing a year? What's your when did you start, and kind of where you at in your growth right now for the size of brewery that you are?
Yeah, so we're in a really exciting time right now. We've expanded tremendously, and with everything going on in the world, it's been kind of awesome for that to be the case. So we started in 2017, so we're a little over 3 years old now.
Oh, wow.
We started when we first started. We were on a little tiny barrel and a half pilot system. Only were on that for about 4 or 5 months. Right now we have in Morehead City, which is where our main base is located, we have a 7-barrel system. tons of fermenting space. And then we actually just expanded into a new production facility in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, not too far outside of Raleigh. And so that one's mostly for our canned product, but that one's a 10-barrel system, and we're actually expanding. We should have about 80 barrels of fermentation space by the end of the year. So yeah, our can market has exploded here with COVID. But what we've done recently is we started distributing back in 19 all the way through North Carolina and Charlotte, that area first. Then we moved into Raleigh, Durham, Wilmington, Outer Banks, that area. And then we just last month expanded into Northern Virginia and DC. So that has been really exciting. So we're pumping a lot of beer out that way, and we're pumped about it because first impressions, everybody seems to like the beer, but I just love that we're getting into new areas. And like I earlier mentioned, I think the fruity gozes and things like that have been something that's really been great for us. But yeah, we've come from like I said, a barrel and a half system to those two facilities, and we're in line to expand some more here pretty soon. We're running out of. Honestly, we can't keep up with demand on some days, and that's why it's been great to move in this new production facility, and I hope that continues. I think that expansion into Virginia and DC has been big, and we've only touched even just the surface in parts of North Carolina. Getting out there, and because obviously we're in a seasonal area where we're at there on the coast, but it's great to get the beer to people that want it in other places.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it seems like COVID hasn't even slowed you guys down at all. Whereas, you see other breweries that are, we have to kind of slow down production, but you guys are like, nope, 5 more spaces and we're going to 7 more states. Let's go. We can't keep up with it.
It's been really lucky. I think we had the plans for the expansion of our can and package and stuff prior to all this, and that's been really lucky because with everything being closed in a lot of places, restaurants, bars, and keg product not being as fast a mover. The cans have been great, and it's I can't lie, it's been fun to have more beers of ours in those cans, and the can art and everything's been a lot of fun. So even for me, I actually design a lot of our can labels, and a lot of our team, they take the photos, and it's been a great group experience for our brewery to get this expansion in. A lot comes with it.
Yeah, that's
so. The can labels, they're like a lot of them are like pictures that you guys take and then just slap on can art then? Damn.
Yeah. So like the Fruit Goes series that you have there, the original picture was taken by our head brewer, original brewer, Billy Smith, and he took it maybe 10 minutes away from our brewery. And I'm not gonna lie, the birds were at it after. That would have been cool if that was real. But we changed the colors with the fruit combo, and it's gone really well. But yeah, all of our probably I'd say 80 to 90% of our can art is actual photos that we take, and I think it's been really fun to get everybody involved from our team, and it's kind of cool to what spot are we going to choose next, and how does it relate to that beer, and it's been a fun experience for all of us.
Dang, that's awesome.
So were you guys? I'm assuming you guys were headed into packages before COVID hit, then, right?
Yeah, we had known that was going to be a big thing, and I think. What we were planning on doing was exactly what happened. It was just that we've gotten lucky that demand has still been there, and we've had the ability to get it to new places. And we knew we wanted to have more package, and we know that's how you expand. And as long as we do it the right way and grow the right way, that was the big key. But yeah, we've gotten lucky. Like I said, it's been really good. And like I said, we all work really hard over there, and I know we've got a great team, and we just try to do it the right way, and hopefully the results speak for itself.
Yeah, man, it's being at that right time. Obviously COVID shut down a lot of breweries that relied on big taproom sales. So if you guys were small enough that you weren't relying on a big revenue stream to come in from your tap room and just getting in the packages, I mean, you guys were able to fill some shelf space that wasn't able to be filled because the demand was too high for some breweries. So I mean, that had to be a great opportunity for you guys to say, hey, you don't have our beer now, but we got beer available. We can have the truck there, this week to drop some off. So great timing. I just spoke to a guy yesterday on a podcast about beer, and a gentleman this afternoon at his restaurant. I said, man, what I tell everybody, you either take advantage of this opportunity and do something with it, or you sit around and sulk on it and wish you would have done some things differently. So you guys are definitely in that position where you've taken advantage of an opportunity, obviously timing a big part of it. But man, that's got to be exciting for you guys to be able to come out of that and to say, hey, when COVID is over and we can fill up our tap room, now you've got your name out there and everybody's familiar with you. when the beaches open up the next summer again and people can come down, they're like, man, I'd drink your beer in Blowing Rock or, Asheville or wherever it was that they had your beer first and able to visit your tap room. And that's, a lot of, obviously breweries make their money in distribution, but their tap room is there to drive the traffic through that distribution. So it'll be kind of cool for you guys to be able to do it, almost in a reverse order, right? You guys have been around for a little bit, but it's not like probably don't have huge volume coming out of your tap room. So it's not like you were relying on big money coming out of there, seats filled every night. To capacity like a lot of these brewers. You probably heard, but Natty Green's there in Greensboro's shutting down brewery operations because COVID basically shut them down. They've got huge distribution channel, but it just tells you how much they still relied on their taproom sales to kind of keep things going. So awesome job on the timing, man. You guys could ride a big wave after this one for sure.
Yeah, we really hope so. Yeah, I definitely agree. It was a good time, and I think we've got a lot of people that come and visit the coast, and I think that's, like you said, it's a lot of people want to come back and try and have the beer back home, and we're kind of the vacation spot, and I definitely agree with you. It's been good, and once things open back up, that's key. We're hoping for it.
Yeah, that's
awesome. What I was gonna say is being a vacation spot's got to help too, because especially in the DC, it's like 4 hours away. Everybody from Western North Carolina is going out to the beach and stuff, and coming down from Virginia, so they get their hands on that. Like, oh man, I need this, and then the demand, it just spreads like that, which is wicked awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think one of the big things is, and like Raleigh is about 2.5, 3 hours away. A lot of people come to that beach spot, and like you said, hopefully they get that can and they remember that good vacation, hopefully good vacation they had there, and enjoy it.
I know I take, like, whenever I find a beer that I like in a vacation spot, I'm like, load up the suitcase, fly them back with it, and all that sorts of stuff. So hopefully that's what other people do too, and then they give it to their friends, and then word of mouth just spreads like that.
Or even buying the merchandise and then wearing it around.
Yeah,
I love doing that.
I was gonna say, I need to buy that hat. Do you guys like have an online store?
So we're hoping to get that pretty soon, but in the meantime, I can definitely ship you one. Don't worry.
Shoot me your Venmo, and I will definitely PayPal, whatever we do these days. I'm all.
Matt's gonna be just covered in Crystal Coast Brewing.
No, you have no idea. I am such a slut for hats that my wife's like, "You're buying another hat," and I'm like, "Yes, okay."
I don't think I've ever seen your head.
First of all, I'm gonna be bald someday. Number one. Number two,
because you always
love
wear
hats.
a hat.
Well, I used to never wear a hat until like the last year or so when I discovered that breweries actually have some pretty comfortable hats. So I've been, it's my alternative because she says I can't buy a pint glass. So I'm like, then I'm getting a hat. And so I just collect hats.
More expensive.
I was gonna say,
but they take up less room than the pint glasses. I don't know. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna write a book called Struggling.
What hat takes up less room than a pint glass?
Stack too. You can stack.
Guys, logic doesn't exist in this household sometimes. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't ask questions. I love my wife. Hey, love you.
Hey, somebody tag Mash's wife in the chat.
I know.
She's gonna pop up like, "Hey, I hope you like that futon behind you because that's where you're sleeping tonight, buddy."
All right, so that lager it's already gone.
I know. I'm like nursing this because this is the last beer I have till the end of the show, and I'm like trying not to just guzzle beers right on. You're gonna see me shotgunning beers in the side. Yeah.
Well, I have an other half for our geeks that we're recording later, so I'm sticking with more Oktoberfest.
More Oktoberfest. That's like an original true Oktoberfest right there, Hoppy.
Prost. Yes, and my new beer glass that I bought the other day because I needed another beer glass.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's so much smaller than
I never use glasses that much too. Oh my God, guys, listen. You all laugh at me now. You won't be laughing eventually. I don't know what eventually is, but you won't be.
Why are you laughing? Oh, this is delicious.
You'll be laughing when I'm dripping in finesse. Oh,
Jesus Christ, man.
So, can we have more questions for Matt?
Because I love listening to Mash talk about that.
About my drip.
Yeah.
Even your logo, though, beach and beer just go together just so well. So, I mean, anything beach and beer related, I'm basic like Matt is for pumpkin or something.
Yeah, we kind of gives that vibe up. Yeah, I definitely get it. And I think that's one of the things too is we want to make sure that, when you enjoy one of our beers, it's not just the taste, but it's the feel of it, and that kind of thing. That kind of stuff, flower stuff.
So, do you come up with do you just kind of let your brewers have free reign whenever you guys are brewing beer, come up with new beers? Is it like we want you to stay within these guidelines, or is it, hey, if you got this crazy idea, let's run with it?
So it's definitely a mix of both. I think we obviously have some things we always are going to have, like our flagship IPA, that blonde lager, our series, but we try to give our brewers creative freedom, and they've come up with some really cool stuff. Like I said, we're doing that coconut cream cake imperial stout. That's going to be a big hit, and that was an idea between our sales guy and one of our brewers, and I think that's kind of an example. And we've done some stuff in the past. We have never done anything super crazy. I mean, I know some people are throwing like honey baked hams and stuff in beer. We've never done anything like that.
Honey baked ham.
Yeah, and I think one example, last year we did a collaboration with Bramari Brewing out of Asheville, and it was a Neapolitan black goza. So it had a really unique strawberry and vanilla flavor with a chocolate malt. And that was something our brewing team got together with those guys and came up with something unique. And I'd say most people enjoy it. Some people obviously are not big fans of the darker beers, but those that did, loved it, and it had that tart, sour character to it. But in terms of styles like that, we like to a little bit kind of push the envelope a little bit, but at the same time, it's a collaborative effort. I don't think there's any. It's not me sitting there telling them we need to brew this. We want them all to be a part, and even our staff, they hear things, and people suggest something, and we're like, that's a really good idea, and we take it and run with it. And I could be for me, I would love if we did IPAs and sours, and I love those, but some people are just like wanting those porters and those dark beers or the really light beers, and we try to make sure we've got that wide variety, and our team does a great job of coming up with things and really the names and everything that go along with them too. We try to make sure that's something that sticks out. Actually, a while back, I don't know if I should mention it because probably Philip Morris will come after us. We did a Marlboro Pilsner with Marlboro hops. They were from the New Zealand district. Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was something, again, it was really unique. But it was a dry hop Pilsner, and man, it was the taste. I loved it. But I did the can art, and it was, I was hoping it was close to it without going too close. So hopefully we don't get any trademark issues. But it was something that I hope the beer and the name and everything, it was something we all came up with. And, our head brewer at the time and our sales guys were all about it. And it was cool. We collaborate and kind of come up with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So has there ever been a beer that somebody's been like, hey, I want to brew this beer, that you're just kind of like, yo, that's not going to happen. Like, we're not brewing this.
Not yet, but I know that time will come. I've heard a few rumblings in the brewery about some jalapeno sours or something like that, and I don't know, maybe we need to try a test batch before we give that route, but something like that. But yeah, it's been pretty good. So, like I said, those guys, I give it to our brewers, Jeff, Jeremiah, and Roger, our sales guy. They know what they see in that market, and they know what they like to brew and what's good, and they do a great job of it.
Let's not make spicy beers happen. If we can just stop doing spicy beers.
No, the habanero beers are actually good.
Say, speak for yourself, man. Yeah. I kind of enjoy some with like a jalapeno.
No. Pickle. Someone in the
Jake
chat
sent me the pickle beer.
What about a pickle beer?
I haven't tried the pickle beer yet, but
yeah.
I did not love it. I love pickles. I don't like drinking pickle juice. It tasted straight up like pickle juice. My mom was like, "You're not drinking it," and she poured mine into hers.
Yeah.
I'll do like a
She
shot of
loved
Jameson.
it.
I still haven't had
juice,
that,
but
I want to try it.
Worth trying.
I sent you one, didn't I, Lucky?
Yeah. I
Is
just
it
haven't
Netflix
tried
and
it.
dill?
I've been waiting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
Yeah.
So is a pickle beer on tap, Matt? You guys gonna work on a pickle beer? That's got to be. I mean, if you could do a lighter version than what the Netflix and dill is, and that would crush it on the beach, especially people out there running. I told Hoppy, she's a runner. I told Hoppy that'd be a perfect beer after running. Just go and run a few miles and come back and crush it, and you'll be done in no time. So, pickle beer and a goza. I can imagine a pickle goza would go pretty well.
Yeah, it could be in the books. I will say that we had a brewery near us recently, kind of beat us to the punch. They actually, I don't know if you guys know, there's Mount Olive Pickles, and they did I think it was called Pickletown, and actually our brewer at the time was at the brewery that was collabing on that, and I have not tried it. I've heard a lot of people though that like pickles loved it, and it might be in the books for us. It sounds like a lot of people are interested.
Yeah, man. Especially if you're at a beach, you probably have a pretty active population. Just to sell it pitch it as that. If I could get enough of them, they're pretty hard to find. The Netflix and Dill from New Smyrna, I think it was, is the brewery that brewed that beer. It's not easy to find. It was pretty hot.
The Netflix and Dill?
Yeah, who was that brewed by? Was that?
I'll look it up. It wasn't New Smyrna because that's by me.
I'm too afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Too afraid.
Honestly, if you like drinking pickle juice, you'll like it. If you don't
I don't like drinking pickle juice unless I'm taking a shot of Jameson with it.
Well, you can chase it with Jameson.
Take a shot of
Tequila, Puerto Rican hooker.
New
Hey, I do love
Tequila and pickle juice.
New Serum, that's right.
Yeah.
New Serum.
Oh,
I only
can see why that
eat
sounds
pickles
like
on like my Chick-fil-A sandwich. I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That sounds really good to me. A Netflix and Dill and a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Fuck yeah, man.
That's really good.
Yeah, or a big cheeseburger with a guy.
My wife is listening and she hasn't left work yet. If you want to come home with some Chick-fil-A, like, what's up, baby girl?
Oh, you're gonna be nice to her now.
Yeah. Hey, don't push back on the video because you won't be bringing Mash home no Chick-fil-A. That's for damn sure. Mash, you haven't tried your Netflix and Dill yet either?
No, not yet. Look. I've been only trying to drink on podcast days. I have a PT test in a couple months. I'm trying to like keep it respectable, get back in shape after the old knee surgery. So I'm going through my rotation.
Drink.
Listen, I'm going through my rotation. I'm old now. I'm not what I used to be. I'm not the stallion I once was.
Oh, that's true. I forgot you're older than all of us.
I'm 30. I've had a knee surgery. I've torn hand ligaments. Like the military ages you about 30 years. Okay, so I'm getting to it. It's gonna happen. Maybe it'll happen Saturday. Who knows if the mood is right? Michael Myers is creeping on Laurie Strode. Maybe I pop open that Netflix and Dill. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you're scared to drink it. What better time?
But
yeah.
Speaking of Netflix, they're raising their prices, which I'll get into later. But
every time they say that, I'm like, whatever. Just I've had it.
T-Mobile.
Since like
shout out to T-Mobile. They paid for my Netflix.
Cancel?
So.
Oh, I think they pay for ours too. That's right. So ha, T-Mobile.
Jokes on it.
Suck it, T-Mobile.
Right.
So anyway, Matt, I would say, what is your favorite style of beer then? Because I don't think I might have missed it, but what is like your go-to beer above all else?
Said he doesn't like Hefeweizens, and I respect that.
Yeah, something about them, I just couldn't get into those. Honestly,
they're a little too sweet.
Yeah, and honestly, my favorite style, so about maybe 6 to 9 months ago, I was big on IPAs, West Coast, hazy, either ones. But recently, the fruited gozes, I think for me have been good. I think a lot of times I give them to my friends and they, again, even if they're not craft beer drinkers, like, wow, because it doesn't really taste like beer sometimes. It's more of a fruity experience. But I think it's neck and neck right there. I can't ever deny a good, double IPA or regular IPA. They're good too. But.
Nice.
So yeah, that I would have to say Hoppy's gotten me into like the sours and stuff. She sent a few, and I was never like a sour Goza fan until like we started doing this. And those might be one of the go-tos just for the flavor alone. There's a lot of flavor that you get in the Gozas and the Berliner Weisses, all those.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, they're still growing on me. It kind of surprises me when I'm like, oh my gosh, I like this sour. But I'm all about the haze. I know you can't see that tonight because I'm drinking the Oktoberfest because they're lighter. Because I'm on beer number 3 already. But I'm a haze girl. I don't know how that works, but yeah, no.
Hey, bro, S.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a haze
chick.
Hey, like girl with a GRL with no I.
Girl.
She said she was a skater boy. Said see you later, boy.
But no, the Gozas are interesting because and the Berliner Weisses obviously, but you don't expect to like them. There's like, how can you? But when the first one I had was like a vinegar type of sour, and so when I learned that not all Gozas are like that, like that's more like I think it's a lambic is the Duchess Bourgogne was one of the first ones I had, and it tasted like salad dressing. So when you realize that's not what a sour has to taste like, and I think I slowly got introduced to sours through sour IPAs, so I found a few of those. And the next thing I know, like Tripping Animals has perfected the sour and everything. And so it's just like, shit, I like this one. Shit, I like this one too. Well, now I can't say I don't like sours anymore.
What have I become?
Wait a
She
minute.
stares at
Right.
herself.
What beer tastes like a salad dressing?
Duchess Bourgogne. It tastes like a salad vinegar. I literally poured it on my salad and ate it like that. I'm not kidding.
I
No.
would also not recommend.
No,
don't
no.
drink Sam
You do
Adams
not pour
Funk.
beer on a
Sam
salad.
I did though,
She
and I ate it.
You need to be put in a cage or something. Some kind of.
You're out of control.
Honestly, this was years ago, so I'm
Florida man.
So, and you were drunk. You were
Yeah.
hammered.
No,
Okay.
This
I
is-
was not drunk.
This is on an episode of Florida Woman.
No, she drank water in the meth gators. People were flushing their meth in Florida. She must have got some or something.
Good God.
So I tried a random sour at a bar, and I put on Untapped. I gave it like a half a star. This was before I understood Untapped. I'm not an asshole on Untapped anymore. And I'm like, I put like, what the F just happened?
She's like, I
And-
hate sours.
Right. I'm like, this is it. I'm like, I
Giving
literally
you
said,
half
"What
a
the
star."
hell- What the F just happened? And a friend of mine was like, okay, try the Duchess Bourgogne. That's a classic sour style. And so I bought it at Total Wine, brought it to a friend's house, and a bunch of us were doing a beer tasting, and we opened it, and everyone's like, oh my God. And it tastes like salad dressing. I was like, well, we're eating salad.
He was like, who
So-
got the raspberry vinaigrette?
But I should, next time I go to Total
Okay,
Wine, I'm going to
gross.
buy it again and see
No.
if it's changed because
Gross.
my palate has changed. And if I don't like it, I'll pour it on my salad and I will eat it. And I will take a Hops News video for y'all and I will post it.
I
It's
put on
disgusting.
our OnlyFans.
Yeah. You got to get
I
feet
drink
involved with that.
Sam
I was
one.
going to
Adams-
say, then I got to eat it with my feet.
Yeah. Get some toes in the damn picture. That's what they like.
God, it's so gross. Make it stop.
Jesus.
Foot fetish perverts love toes.
God. I had a Sam Adams
So-
Funk, and that tasted like salad dressing. Don't recommend that.
Sam Adams
Unless-
Funk?
Just don't know what salad dressing tastes like. I can't think of the last time I had just a salad, so maybe that's what it is. And I just
He's never eaten a salad a day in his life.
not to say I'm like manly or anything.
He's in
but
Wisconsin. He just
salad.
eats cheese curds. So.
cheese curds and fucking beef. That's all I eat.
It's not
I didn't even know what
grass-fed
a
or
cheese
dairy
curd
based.
was
It's
until like 3 years ago.
He said cheese curd and beef.
That's all I fucking eat.
it's like Uncle Buck running around up there.
What's weirder, eating that, not eating salads, or putting fucking beer on a salad? It's so disgusting.
Look, you're getting the best of both worlds. You don't have to drink it. You're just eating the beer. I don't know. I can't justify that
what?
one.
That's crazy.
I've never done.
It's
Matt,
not that bad.
so the way we like to end things with our guest is
Not
if
like
the
apologize.
it's typically not
We're
this
better people than this, I promise.
typically not this chaotic.
Typically, none of us like mentioned that we eat fucking beer on salads. So that just took things
This
off
is
the
Top
rails. I
News
apologize.
After Dark,
That's
where we
really
share our
my fault.
dirtiest secrets.
Yeah.
Fucking disgusting.
Salad on beer.
So Matt,
All
if
y'all are getting a Duchess Bourgogne in your next beer bot. And
Yeah.
you're
I
going to eat it
can't
with
wait. I guess
salad.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drink it because I'm not a savage. Ugh.
You're going to
She
take
is
one
a
sip and be like, oh my
hardcore.
God, this is like salad dressing. Oh.
Really?
Lucky
don't
doesn't even know what salad dressing tastes like. He's never
I
eaten
was
a
gonna be
salad.
like, no, that's
so
what it tastes like.
he's
kind of-
gonna be like, "Wow, this tastes weird. What does it taste like? I don't know."
so Lucky said he's not a savage, but yet in the beginning of the show he said he's at the age where girls just dress up like sluts as Halloween
That's
and
just
get
a
drunk as
fact,
fuck.
man. I don't know what you want me to say. That's literally just a fact. I mean,
He's
go
rubbing
look
it in
at
our face
Instagram.
that he doesn't have kids again.
Yeah.
Somewhere along this show, we took a left turn.
Yeah.
That's gonna
He's
be like,
like,
guys,
but,
I was actually
but-
not on Hops News last
but
night.
that goddamn Hoppy is a savage for pouring
Yeah,
fucking
I
beer
mean,
on a
yeah,
salad.
What do you want me to say? That's like, that is a savage move. You just pour fucking beer on this little like fucking
One
Roman
time.
lettuce and
That's a straight.
One
That's
go
a
to
power
town.
move. That is a power.
Hour.
no. it's
Josh
just-
has said that you guys put beer on your brie cheese. Like
Yes, it's
Con-
delicious.
like, cons would be so
No.
disappointed.
When you
Rated
make
your boys.
baked
I was gonna
brie,
say, that
you're
is a
supposed
poor
to put like
order, yeah.
cooking sherry on it. I don't buy cooking sherry, and I don't drink wine, so I literally pour beer on it.
I
Why
thought you
that-
were like the white suburban mom, and you're out
You
here.
guys waste a
pouring
lot of
on
beer in your
salad and
house.
shit.
I was gonna
I'm more
say,
concerned
fucking
about the beer you
drink it.
waste in your
Jesus
house.
Christ.
Usually, we use my brother's PBR that he's left in the fridge to pour on the brie.
Oh.
What?
Well, that's
What?
even worse.
No, it's really good. All
Wasting
right.
such a good PBR.
This is my
Yeah.
last
You know
Hops
what?
News
one day y'all are going to come to Florida, and I'm going to make you beer dressing salad and baked brie with PBR, and y'all are going to be like, this is amazing.
I promise you I will
Can
not.
I have more?
As hot as it is down there, I'll be drinking all the PBR you can get. So don't waste it.
Don't waste it. Start stacking up.
We might run out before you get here. I don't know.
Matt, if we the four of us were to belly up to your bar, your tap room tonight, what is it that you're going to pour us?
Oh, man, tonight, well, let's see. I think something that's really exciting is it may have run out since I've left the tap room. We had a really good Oktoberfest, which might go well with time of year, and that was great. That Marzen was on point. And if you're not a fan of that, I would say we've got that Sunset Screwdriver. It's an Imperial Berliner Weiss, lime, tangerine, and strawberry. Yeah, and it is, honestly, that's probably one of my favorite beers we've ever done. It's been a hit at the tap room right now. I know there's a couple people probably still over there drinking some right now, but that would be my choice. It's a hit, down there on the coast, and we're lucky to have it in package so people can enjoy it elsewhere too, or grab it to go.
Nice. Yeah, you wouldn't have to twist my arm to drink either one of those. Those definitely sound like some great beers to end the night. Let's check in with Lucky first. Lucky, parting shots. What can we expect from Feeling Lucky in the near future?
You can expect us to not pour beer on our fucking salads. I promise that will never happen on an episode of Feeling Lucky.
Oh, it's gonna be for JJ. I need your address. I'm sending you salad and beer.
Do not.
Next episode of Feeling Lucky is Lucky's Halloween
Kick him off the show
for our OnlyFans account.
Terrible. No. All right. What you can expect from Feeling Lucky? On Tuesday, our most recent episode, I think that's episode 12, we had the Rambling Alcoholics podcast on. And like I said at the beginning of the show, they are seriously one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. They're so funny. We just had, I guess you can say, the founder, Whiskey J. He's a hilarious guy. He was so much fun to have, and he stuck around for the whole hour, got down and dirty with us. So it was a really, I think it's the funniest interview that we've done, the funniest episode. So really good time. On Tuesday coming up, I think that's the 3rd, that'll be Mobcraft Brewery. I know we've had them on this show before. Hopefully we'll have them on again, but we had them and a representative of MKE Black, which is a website that does a lot in Milwaukee for race relations. Mobcraft is coming out with a Black is Beautiful, and all of the proceeds are going to MKE Black. So really cool interview. Awesome guys. I love Henry. He's so cool. And yeah, that's what's coming up. Don't put beer on salads, please.
Hoppy,
one shot.
Hoppy,
that's my parting shot. Please.
Yeah. Hoppy Lucky says, "Don't put beer on salads." Where can we find you? Parting shots, and what can we expect from Geeks?
Everyone can find me, the Hoppy Mommy, Untapped and Instagram. My parting shots are: don't knock it till you try it. You should eat a salad; it's good for you. And I did listen to Feeling Lucky, and Beef was giving me some serious Rapunzel vibes. So
Rapunzel. What's down his short hair?
His frying pan. Have you seen Tangled?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He had all the Rapunzel vibes. I won't say anything else. I'll give I don't want to spoil that episode, but you guys are talking about that, and I just keep picturing him in a Rapunzel dress. Yeah.
Absolutely. Beef would look good in a Rapunzel. I think that might be what he's going for Halloween. So
that would be perfect. I'm sure he already has the frying pan, and Absolutely. He will keep you all safe. Geeks is going well. Mash and I are recording after this, so we know next week's episode is going to be good because we're recording after a happy hour. We did horror movies just came out, and that I found a lot of fun facts from that because I'm not big into horror movies, but Mash is, so that was actually a lot of fun to learn some of that.
Horror movie school.
You did. And next week is X-Men school. So we're going to do a little recap on the movies and where the hell they went, and maybe do a little crossover with the comics.
Like this interview.
Other than Logan. Logan's amazing. And I'm not just talking about my son, who I named after Wolverine. And that's about it. Hops Geek News. Cheers.
Yeah, sounds like a good time. Always great content coming out of the Geeks crew. Speaking of Geeks crew, Mash, Where can people find you, parting shots, and what do we have to look forward to from your geek's end?
Yeah, so shout out to Matt from Crystal Coast for joining us tonight. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate all the good things. As far as where you can find me, at Matthew Tyler on the IG, on the Twitter. Facebook, you can hit me up on Facebook. I do a lot of shit posting, so it's just my life is a meme. I love memeing, so that's just how I am. As far as geeks, we are going to talk with one of our viewers, Micah. He's going to be on right after this. We're going to talk with him about X-Men, like Hoppy said. If you want, you can search us on Hops News on Apple, Amazon, Google, Spotify, YouTube. Just look up Hops News and you'll find Feeling Lucky. We also find Hops Geek News, where we do a lot of nerd talk. And next week will be the X-Men. And then we have a lot of good things coming down the pipe as far as that. And then next week's guest on Hops News, we have the Orlando Ale line. And then the week after that, we have Danny Oliver from Beers Giving. She was a previous guest, but she just got announced as a board member for the Pink Boots Society, which is a wicked big deal. So she's going to come on and we're going to talk with her again. And it's the day after Veterans Day too. And if you know anything about Beers Giving, they do a lot for military vets. So this is something that hits close to home for at least myself and also Jay. And as far as that, that's all I got. Have a safe Halloween. Like I said, watch out for any big creepy men in a William Shatner mask. They're not your friend.
That's
and,
one of the
Jay,
fun facts
I'm telling you, you best not go camping this weekend. Bad things happen. Or don't go near a lake with cabins and all that stuff. Just don't do it.
Don't do drugs or have sex.
Don't do drugs. And
Drugs are
also,
bad.
if you have Reese's Pumpkins, I will be taking tax. So it's tax season. It came early.
Got the Biden tax on the hook. That's awesome, Mash. I like the 3-for-1. I might do that myself.
Look,
Matt, we definitely appreciate your time for joining us tonight. Tell us a little bit about the nonprofit. Is that something you guys support out there in your neck of the woods, the Carteret Warriors for Recovery?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They are great. They're an organization. They help out those in need after hurricanes, tropical storms, and unfortunately we've had quite a few in our area the past few years. And they are an amazing group of people. They continue even to this day. I mean, we've been 2 years removed from one of the worst hurricanes that we've had with Florence, and they're still doing the work and moving anything they can for those people. And it's a great organization. We've had a couple fundraisers at our tap room with them, and actually one of their members is actually our Saturday morning yoga teacher. So we need the connection, and it's a great group of people, though, and they do a great thing, and definitely somebody we want to continue working with in the future.
Awesome, and we are featuring them tonight. We didn't talk near enough about them, but they're on the donation button there, so go ahead and hit those guys up if you feel like giving. That'd be great. Great organization doing amazing things for folks that are in need. Matt, where can people find your brewery, and what could we expect from you guys here in the near future? Maybe next summer if people are making some vacation plans. You guys have any events in the works already for next summer, hoping to get some people in? What can we do to kind of spread that word for you tonight?
Yeah. So again, our beer can be found all over the state of North Carolina. We're just getting up to the Nova and DC areas, and that's exciting. For hopefully with next summer coming around, hopefully things are better and the world's a little better. But we got a lot of beer releases we do in the summer. We've got weekly beach dog walks at our tap room. We've got, hopefully we can get back to running trivia and the fun stuff. We get music bingo on Thursdays, and I'm hoping that all comes back and people come enjoy a great beer at our tap room. It's only a couple blocks from the beach. Just walk right off the beach and come have a beer with us.
Yeah,
Oh, that's amazing.
that's good, man. Where can people find you guys on social media accounts? How do they find you?
Yeah, so we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We've the Instagram handle is Crystal Coast Brewing. Twitter is CC Brewing NC, and Facebook. Just look us up. We're on there. We're posting all the time. You can check out what new stuff we've got and what's hitting the market. And like I said, we've got a bunch of new stuff coming up here in the next few weeks. So if anybody's in the area and that we distribute to, I'd definitely recommend trying to pick us up if you haven't already.
Awesome. Yeah. So again, Crystal Coast Brewing, the blonde lager was a great one. Great guest.
Lager. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. If you guys have one in the area, especially the North Carolina people, those of you that are tuning in from North Carolina, I know you can definitely find it. Sounds like they're distributed a little bit outside of here as well. So go look for them. Great people, great beer. Matt, you need to get up this way next time, man. You know where to find me. Hit us up here on one of our social medias and let's drink a beer, man. Let's get together and talk about what you guys are doing. It'd be great to shake your hand and hear more about the good stuff that you guys have coming out.
Bump elbows. We can't shake hands.
That's right. We got to bump elbows. Next time I'm in North Carolina, I'm going to have to hit you guys up.
Yeah, please do. Please do. Yeah.
Hey, check us out. Hops News, easy to find at Hops News on all your social media accounts, wherever you may find us. YouTube. I think we've got a OnlyFans account that we're trying to fire up. And
oh my God!
We don't. It is rolling.
trying to get some of the feet fetish perverts out there to give us some money as well.
No, we don't.
I'm sure we'll. Hey, with as many pairs of different feet,
they're in our fan base.
as many different pairs of feet that we could get on that account, man, we might all be able to retire by the end of next year.
Well, in that
Yeah, hey, appreciate your support. It's been real. The Patreon is still open. We need to do some more things with it when our website
The
is.
Secret Santa.
Oh,
Don't mean to cut you off.
yeah,
Secret
let's go check in with
Real
Mash.
quick, Hops News Patreon. If you are a part of our Patreon, we're also talking about possibly letting some of our the breweries that we've had on join our Hops News family. But if you are a member of the Hops News family Patreon, we are doing a Secret Santa. Let me know if you want in. Let me know if you. Well, first of all, yeah, let me know if you want in by next Thursday, November 5th. Shirt size, favorite brewery trinket, and obviously your address, and then anything else you want me to know. Secret Santa, we're going to do a
Like your
live
shoe
opening
size?
with everybody. Like, no, shoe size is reserved for special occasions.
Okay.
Or in Josh's case, he doesn't wear shirts, so let us know your, I don't know, favorite hat size, I guess.
I
don't
texted
know.
y'all a picture of him in a shirt the other night.
Just
It was
hardly
hardly
a shirt, but yes,
that was like
Hops
barely
It
News.
was
a
a
shirt.
tank top.
Yeah, that's
Hops
not a
News
shirt.
family Patreon. You can go ahead and look up Patreon/Hops News. There's many different levels. You get a lot of cool things, and we do some pretty special stuff as far as sharing a lot of the good beer that we are fortunate to have from across the country. So join us. Let me know if you want in on the Secret Santa, because it's that time of year. And December 17th is when we're actually gonna go live and open up all of our gifts from one another and share the great stuff. So thank you guys again for
Pumped for that. Very
being a part
pumped.
of our family. I love the Hops News family. You guys have done amazing things and made a lot of good friends on there.
Yep. If you want in on the Secret Santa, you can join the Patreon. It's down there. The link, if you're on the phone, it's at the bottom. If you see the little sign that looks like the chain link, that's what you can hit, and it'll take you to the Patreon page. Join us there. It'll be open for everybody. We will do some more stuff as soon as the website gets developed. We hope before the end of the year. The guy that's doing it is really, really good at website development, and we're paying him next to nothing to do it for us. So we can't be in too big of a hurry. So we've got some more things coming. We have a beer coming up, I believe, in the near future, probably after the first of the year. That we're going to collaborate and do some collaboration with Bottle Share and Common Law Brewing. So that'll be available for Patreons as well. So if you're interested, hit it up. It helps us out. We've got these guys have got some great equipment recently from our Patreon members being loyal supporters. So definitely appreciate you guys in your support of that. Matt, appreciate you again, man. It's been great having you on.
Yes, thank cheers you so much.
Yeah.
Definitely look forward to visiting you
fantastic
sometime, man, for sure.
Yeah, great. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
You're way too close
Love
to
that.
any of us to disappear. Cheers.
Yeah. All right, Hoppy.
Seriously,
I will
that's like
send
one
the
of my
invite
favorite
out.
bloggers that I've ever had. I'm not even kidding, Matt.
I'm
Thank you.
jealous.
Hit Mike up. What's
Yeah. I'm glad y'all
send
liked it.
you and Mike. Yeah, your beers, man. I gotta get him to the rest of the people, but man, so good.
I know.
So
If your
good.
loggers is good, you gonna send me the IPA? I didn't want to be selfish.
Yes, I'm
but-
sending you the IPA, and I